Hey guys, how we doing? It's Crypto Insight UK here with another YouTube video. It is 10 past 11 on the 14th of July 2021. Excuse me. Sorry, my voice is still struggling. Played some soccer or football last night. I had the first football match of the season, so I'm absolutely shattered this morning. But it is what it is. Let's get into this video. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. I'm going to do a bit of TA, but we're also going to talk about two things I want to talk about, essentially. We'll start with Bitcoin. We're still ranging between the range that we set, well, the lowest point of 28,800, but the dip that we had down to 30k. So this was the buy box that I put in. So I have two Bitcoin charts that I used frequently. You guys will have seen before. Why my computer's being so slow. This is one. If it loads up, it's going to have all my fib retracements on it, my resistance levels. Here you go. Finally loads up. This is the one that you guys will see all the time. Excuse me. And as you can see, we are still ranging, and it is flattening out. As I was saying yesterday, these ranges like this, boom, 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 boom. Look how much more flat it is becoming. Is this a last little push down before we take off? Who knows is the answer. One thing I want to show you, obviously the volume, as you can see down here, is very, very low. But then if we come down to this Bitcoin chart here, which is my other Bitcoin chart, come on computer, blooming heck. I think it's not liking it because I've got these two tabs open, but this is what I've got to deal with on a daily. This is why I don't do live streams on YouTube at the minute, because my internet, my PC is just so slow. Look, it can't even load TradingView. Okay, right, here we go. I need to stop being such a neggy Nelly. Yeah, I want to show you this because, well, I'd like this to load as well. That'd be nice. All right, we'll come back to that then. We'll come back to that. We'll talk about these two tabs that I've got open first, and then we can hopefully help my computer sort its life out. So, Greyscale Bitcoin Fund advances ETF plan with a new partnership. This is a massive step forward for the crypto space. So, the largest Bitcoin fund is ramping up its ETF ambitions through a new agreement with Bank of New York's Mellon Corporation. So that's BNY Mellon. So basically what's going to happen is, or what they're applying to do, is to go into partnership with BNY Mellon, and for BNY Mellon to be the custodian of the Bitcoin for the ETF that they want to start. So this could be huge, guys. Honestly, the amount of money that could come into cryptocurrency, or Bitcoin specifically, with the Bitcoin ETF from America is absolutely mad. So if you think that Canada, because of their ETF, bought about 40,000 Bitcoin, and they're only 2% of the equities market in the world, and America at over 50%. Imagine, so that's 25 times bigger. So it'd be 40,000 times 25. Off the top of my head, that is 1 million Bitcoin ish. So that's what we're talking about here. If America get an ETF, maybe even more. So what's it saying? Our business has been undertaking any and all initiatives we possibly can to get ready for the product of an ETF conversion. We want the cohort of service providers surrounding this product to be working with the product ready for an ETF conversion. The company said that early April is 100% committed to converting GBTC, which is Greyscale Bitcoin Trust, into an ETF as soon as the US regulators will allow. Still, this may be a while. The US Securities and Exchange Commission continues to express concern about the lack of oversight into crypto exchanges and has pushed the deadlines back for approving applications. So that was last month. They pushed the deadline back for 30 days. So we're really closing down on this deadline again, guys. So I'd really keep your eyes on the news for now. I know we're in a downtrend and we're consolidating in this area, but what did I say at the start of this downtrend? What's going to bring us out of this? Well, I said two things. One thing that could bring us out of this would be a Bitcoin ETF. That was one of the things I said. one thing they could bring us out is a Bitcoin ETF, and the other one would be countries' CBDCs coming out and more global adoption for cryptocurrency in general. But the most likely thing for me was always a Bitcoin ETF, and it looks like it's going to be happening. It's always funny how like the SEC will be turning down ETFs from all their applicants, and then as soon as a legacy bank comes along, I'd like to see what their reaction is now. BNY Mellon wants to be involved, one of the biggest custodians of assets in the world. We'll see if their tune changes now BNY Mellon are on board. I wouldn't be surprised to see this ETF being approved. It will be sometime in July that they are going to look through the application. They did say they might not start the ETF straight away, but that's when the pushed back deadline was from the SEC. One of the reasons people are speculating that we're getting a bit of a correction at the minute, a further correction in Bitcoin, is the fact that Greyscale's GBTC, so their Bitcoin trust, some of their stocks expired. They started expiring yesterday, the 13th of July, and I think they finish expiring on the 21st. So it basically locks up some capital that people have had. It is literally Bitcoin shares, though. It's not actually spot Bitcoin, so it shouldn't be coming onto the exchanges. But it does seem to be a correlation between when them shares are unlocked to when the market does move in a negative direction. But you can only assume that it's because of that. We don't know for sure because, as I said, there's no spot Bitcoin coming onto the market. So it's not like people are dumping it. They're just getting their shares unlocked because they haven't actually got Bitcoin itself. So we'll now also look at James Finland Law on Twitter. This is what I wanted to look at. Breaking: court schedules telephonic conference for the 15th of July 2021 at 3 p.m. to discuss the SEC's motion to quash a deposition of William Hinman. The court will provide dial-in information for the public in advance of the conference. So basically what's happening is the court are now having, which is tomorrow, a chat over the phone to discuss the motion to quash the deposition of William Hinman. So the courts are going to give the SEC an opportunity to talk live as to why they don't want William Hinman to be interviewed or deposed. That is the terminology they're using. It's all very, very suspicious to me. Why are the SEC wasting so much time with this? Why are they using, as a lot of Americans say, taxpayers' money to defend someone who doesn't even work there anymore, who said that everything that he said is his own personal opinion? Obviously, there's more to this than the SEC want to let on, and they really, really don't want this to happen. So it's definitely something to keep your eyes on. Whether it goes ahead or not, who knows? It's just a very strange thing to be happening, and the SEC are very caught up over it. So I think something could come out of this for Ripple. But are they going to get it approved? Are we going to see William Hinman be deposed? They wanted to speak to him, I think, on the 17th or 18th of July. I can't remember off the top of my head. So that would be in 2 to 3 days' time after this telephonic conference. So it's definitely, if you're an XRP holder, something to keep your eye on. That's tomorrow at 3 p.m. US time. I don't know exactly where James Finland Law is based, but definitely something to keep your eye on there. I might start changing my YouTube channel to more of a news reporting channel because I do really enjoy discussing the news and just saying what comes into my head about the news, especially with the markets chopping sideways at the minute. But yeah, let's have a quick look. Hopefully my chart's loaded. Cool, that's exactly what I wanted to have happened. So we've had this bit of a downward trend line here with this resistance box or support box, which is where I said there will be a lot of buy orders. It's where there's Tesla's accumulation zone, essentially. So I think there'll be a lot of other institutions in there. So what's been happening is, so this is even today, look, we've wicked into that and really rejected that. Every single time we've come into this area, we've had long wicks, long wicks. There's been a couple of times that we haven't, but essentially every time we've been in this purple box, we've wicked straight out. So I thought it was quite interesting that this trend line basically forces the day of today into this box. We still can't break above the trend line, but we are still rejecting that box. So that's just something I wanted to make you guys aware of. This zone here, so it's below 32,000 and above 27.8 is basically where I think there's been a lot of buy orders, and I recognise that from this sort of area. If you see these long wicks over here too, so yeah, this is what I wanted to draw your attention to today. Again, today's looking like a red day, although as we speak, it looks to be like reversing a little bit. But I wouldn't get your hopes up for I think we'll still just slowly trend sideways. I think that's what's in the books at the minute until we get some kind of news like an ETF. That could really break us out of this zone. We could potentially recapture the moving averages. If we have a look here, there's 36,000, which is, I know this is going to sound mad, but it's only a 10% move. And in cryptocurrency, we know that's easily possible in a day. We just need some kind of big catalyst event. And as I said, the volatility is really condensing. The volume is condensing. It is looking like it is shaping up for a move one way or another. So we really need to keep our eyes on that. But yeah, if you would like me to report more on the news, please let me know. Or if you're enjoying the TA, let me know. I know that it's quite hard to keep giving you TA at the minute because we're in the same sort of position as we have been the last few days. I do enjoy reporting on the news. I do that on TikTok. I'm worried that TikTok will ban all the crypto influencers soon. So yeah, just keep aware of that. And I could even do 2 YouTube videos a day, one on the news, one on the TA. Just let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. If you need any help with anything, you need a hardware wallet, we've got a link for that in my description. Have a great day, and I will speak to you all later. Goodbye.